Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Capricorns, let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. Readings don't generally go past 6 months. And if this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading because these are general readings. So if it doesn't resonate, then I would check moon sign because your moon sign is your emotional private side. Okay, Capricorns. The overall energy of your reading, the Nine of Wands. This is like coming to your wit's end. To the end of your rope. So you're worn out. It's like you've been at battle about something here. And you're coming to your wit's end with this card. And I need to find out what's going on. This surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Eight of Swords. You've been feeling bound. You've been feeling bound in a situation that has got you at your wit's end. These are the two strongest energy cards in your whole reading. The thing is this feeling of being bound is an illusion because your feet are actually free. Your mouth is not bound. You can ask for help. You can ask to have bandages removed. You can walk out of this situation. And also, you have swords all around you. And swords are truth and clarity. And you're not able to see all this truth and clarity until you actually make a move for yourself. So you're feeling at your wit's end. You don't know what's really going on because all this truth and clarity is behind you. But you know what? You're going to find out because I have the Moon card right above the Nine of Wands, coming to your wit's end, and next to the Eight of Swords, not really knowing what's going on, feeling bound by I'm sure it's a relationship of some sort. But the Moon, this is the card for Pisces. Pisces might be strong in your chart or might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, the energy of this card is about things are going to be exposed. Things are going to come to light. They're going to be revealed with this Moon card. This will free you. This will help free you because you'll be able to see all those swords behind you, okay? And things coming to light. I think you need to reach this point in your life in order for you to actually be able to turn around and see the truth and the clarity of the matter. Because right next to the Moon card, I have the Knight of Wands. This is all about an energy, male or female. They're all male or female. That kind of like comes and goes. It runs in or in out of your life type situation. If it's a love situation, they run in with the staff of new beginnings. They run out with the staff of passion. And I feel like you're just reaching your wit's end on that whole situation right there. And I feel like there's things you don't know about this situation that will come to light. And boy, you're going to have some conversation about that. This is texting, phone calls, emails. It can be video chat. This is through the airways, but this is back and forth. So it lands right between the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, the overall energy. It's going to lead to all this conversation. It has to do with this Knight of Wands energy. I have the Three of Pentacles right below the Nine of Wands, right next to the Nine, or the Knight of Wands right next to the Nine of Wands. And so this is about butting heads. There's usually a third energy involved. I mean, it could be anything. It could be someone or something that might be attached to this Knight of Wands, and maybe that's why they run in and out of your life. But there is going to be a lot of conversation. I think you're going to find out what this is with the Moon card here, what the deal is here. And it's, whatever it is, you're going to find out that there's been sneaky behavior or deceitful type behavior. It's like hiding the truth from you, and that's exactly what's been going on in your highest energy. You have not been able to see the truth, but it will be revealed. And so there's going to be a conversation about that. And this Seven of Swords here, it's sitting right next to Temperance. Temperance is right under that Nine of Wands, reaching your wit's end, and the Seven of Swords, that deceitful energy that you're going to have that conversation about. Your guardian angels and spirit guides, they're all around you, and they're working really hard, pouring this potion like back and forth, back and forth. They're trying to get you grounded. You're off balance because of this. You have one foot in the emotional waters. You have one foot on the ground. They need you to get both feet on the ground. This is temperance. Temperance is all about tempering, okay? So they're trying to get you balanced, rebalanced, so that you can make thoughtful and clear decisions for your life. And you're going to have great success in doing that. I have the card of the Six of Wands next to Temperance. Yeah, they're accomplishing their job, for one thing. And with these things being exposed, you're going to have success in learning the truth and the clarity of the matter. Sometimes this can be a card of engagement because of the wreath, but these are people with wands that are very happy for your successes, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean engagement, but it just can be success in your endeavors. So let me take out the second part of this reading and find out what else we need to know. What you know, there's more. There's always more to this story. Capricorns. All right. Did I tell you Temperance is a card for Sagittarius? Sagittarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. I don't remember, but now you know. Wow. Okay, up here in your highest energy is the Page of Swords. You are on guard. You're becoming like hyper aware of that Knight of Wands. Look, you're looking right at that Knight of Wands. It's like you're becoming very much on guard. You're not swinging the sword, but you will have this conversation because things are coming to light. You're getting it. You're understanding exactly what's going on. So, self-protection mode, you're gathering up your swords of truth and clarity here with the Five of Swords right next to the Page of Wands. Really, you know, looking back at this individual, this Knight of Wands can be male or female. And so you're picking up the swords, you're getting your truth, you're getting your clarity, things are being revealed, okay? And you still have swords that you need to pick up, but you're doing it. And you are, it's almost, it feels like, okay, we have the Five of Wands right next to the Five of Swords. This, you know, you're very stressed. There's a lot of anxiety and confusion about what you are learning about this Knight of Wands. You're up in your head. You're all over the place with this card here. But you're not taking your mind off of them. You're still looking at them as you get this truth and clarity. And it feels like you're trying to figure out how to handle this. What are you going to do about this? Well, for one thing, you're going to have a conversation about it, which is great. That's like a mature thing to do, which is going to help set you free. So you're getting your swords of truth and clarity. You are turning around, but you had to reach your wit's end first before things started to become more clear, okay? So we have the Five of Pentacles under the Page of Swords and next to the Three of Pentacles. This is like a feeling of being betrayed, of being rejected or ghosted even sometimes. And you are very much on guard about that. And this is something that you're going to talk about. And it has to do with whatever is revealed that is attached to this person. I'm not saying that it's a third party. I have no other cards that say that it's a third party. It could be just about anything. But whatever it is keeping them from actually having a relationship with you. They just run in and out. So, you know, a lot of times it is a third party, but a lot of times it could be something like alcohol, gambling. I mean, you name it. Different people have different priorities, and there's another priority here. Okay? So next to the Five of Pentacles, you feeling abandoned, you feeling rejected or left out in the cold, um, you got your guard up over that. You're tired of it. Because every time they leave, that's how you feel. And another thing is, this truth and clarity is making you feel that way, like you aren't important enough for them to give up this, whatever this energy is, or to focus on your relationship more. But this will be discussed. It will. The Magician is here. It's right next to the Five of Pentacles and under the Five of Swords. We're gathering that truth and clarity. And part of this truth and clarity that you're gathering up is, wait a minute, what you've been suspecting is probably true. Because this is the infinity symbol. This is the symbol of intuition and knowing. So you probably have had hints of what has been going on, but you maybe haven't paid attention to it, and now you are because you've reached your wit's end. But also, what you are discovering is what you have everything it takes, okay? And you can't have a relationship unless the other person does too. And this is part of your truth and clarity. You have a cup of love. You have a pentacle for stability and security. You have a wand of new beginnings and fresh starts, and a sword of truth and clarity. So you actually have it all. And in order to have a relationship that works, I mean, this person, they're going to have these things too. And I don't know what comes up in this conversation, but it comes up. There's a tower moment. It's, under all this frustration, all this anxiety, confusion, the stress of learning this truth. It's a tower moment for you. And I think it's going to end up being a tower moment for them too, to tell you the truth. I almost feel like they get caught at something that they've been trying to hide, because it got the Seven of Swords down here. And everything just kind of comes to light. So, it's a biggie. But then remember I said that under this Three of Pentacles, I actually have the Six of Wands, and your guardian angels and spirit guides have been working really hard to get you balanced. They want you to be able to handle this in a very mature and grounded way. Under this, card of feeling rejected, the Five of Pentacles, and just like left out in the cold and alone, I have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is a big part of the issue here, the groundedness. But, this is what you're going to be talking about. Because, see, the Knight of Wands is never grounded. The Knight of Wands is flighty. They're very flighty. They never stay in one place for too long at one time. They almost can feed you just enough promises, or just say just enough to keep you hanging in there for a long time, and nothing ever changes. They have a way of doing that. This pentacle is really important to you. And I think also being under the Five of Pentacles, I think you're going to find your own strength and your own stability. I don't actually see them, see, this is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't actually see them coming back in. I see a tower moment. Maybe they never actually leave. But there is security and stability coming in for you. It's right next to the card of Leo, the Strength card. So Leo might be strong in your chart or their chart or around this reading. But look, the infinity symbol again, right under the Magician, where you have all the tools, you have the tools to manifest what it is that you want, okay? It really could be them that changes their ways, because I think Temperance is involved in this. Right next to that Seven of Swords too. I mean, they want you to see what's going on. They want you to learn what's going on. You will learn what's going on, or you are learning. You will get in self-protection mode. You will have this conversation. You will gather up a lot of swords of truth and clarity. There's going to be a tower moment. That I don't know if that involves an actual separation or not. It could for a while. But I feel like there is great success here with becoming grounded. And I really do feel like this offer is coming from the Knight of Wands. Because, anyway, under the Magician, your intuitions are running really high, so pay attention to them. You do find the strength and the courage to do what you have to do for you to get out of this energy. But by doing so, it attracts in this Ace of Pentacles and success in whatever it is that you want when you find out what's going on here. And then under the Tower moment and next to the Strength card, I have the Sun. This is fresh beginnings, new starts in life. There's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness here. I feel like they're coming back in to offer some sort of commitment. So I don't know that this is really a third party. I feel like it's not. I feel like it's something else that has been keeping them away, running in and out of your life. I think they're going to offer to be more stable in your life, which is exactly what you want. And it's all because you found the strength and the courage to come forth and have this discussion about the truth and the clarity of this matter. And it ends up where the Tower moment turns into a good thing, which is the Sun, and a new beginning comes out of that. I'm going to take out another card. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. And guess where it goes? Right here on the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. You're both going to end up, they're going to end up wanting to work on this relationship. This is the confirmation I needed for this Ace of Pentacles. It lands right on the Knight of Wands. They're going to come forth with the Pentacle. They're going to be willing to work on this relationship, pay more attention to it, not take it for granted like they have been. But you will continue on. You're going to work on the relationship too. It lands on your energy, but you will be hyper aware of their actions. You know, you're not just going to forget about everything, but you can forgive, and you can try again with them. And that's exactly what I see that's going on here. So wow, Capricorns, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.